If you're ambitious but you feel lazy, then you need this video. In my 30s, I've come to realize that I can have the life that is perfect for me, the life that I want for myself. So now I'm making videos for people like me who are very ambitious as well, but they want that ambition to feel balanced with the life that they want for themselves, not what society has made them want to want. The first thing you need to take note of: watch your self talk. What you say to yourself and what you believe about what others say to you matters more than you think. A lot of people joke about it and take it for granted. Growing up, I was told repeatedly that I was lazy. Over time, I started to believe that I was lazy. I don't know what I was thinking until I finally took a firm stand to change that narrative about myself because it started to stick. Now, I don't want to hear any negative talk about who I am, not from anyone, not even from myself. So I started talking back. I'm not lazy. I'm not without ambition. I'm not useless. If you catch yourself even thinking all those things about yourself in your head, say it out loud that your brain will start to rewire itself. Say, just denounce all those negative thoughts. Doing that, I eventually figured out that I'm actually passionate and very happy to do the things that align with what I want for my life. I don't like being forced or coerced or persuaded to do things that don't align with me. And that's not laziness. That's just preference. That's clarity for me. And listen, my head is a playground of multiple ideas, activities, mental notes that can drive anyone down the stress drain. So that brings me to the second part: focus. It's not that you're lazy, it's not that you can't work on your dreams, it's that you've got too many things colliding, they're clashing together in your head, and you're not clear on what exactly your real priorities are. So let me ask you today, to help you focus, what are the three most important things that you want out of life? And I don't mean all those surface level stuff like I don't like my job, I want to build my career, or I want to lose weight, or I don't like my friends, or I want to start a business. We'll talk about all that later. I mean, what are your core values, the three things that are important to you? For me, when I did this clarity exercise, I discovered that the three most important things to me are peace, purpose, and impact. That's it. I want a peaceful life. I want a clear sense of purpose. And I want that purpose to have an impact on people's lives. So now, anything that compromises that is not allowed. And anything that feeds that is worth the effort that is required, what effort I need to put into it. Let me tell you, I had a season where I felt like I was just existing. I was just, nothing was driving me. I was just there. I was just tired. Before I start anything, I'm tired physically, mentally, emotionally, and it was just too much. Motivation didn't help me because immediately I finished motivating myself, it's gone. It was not sustainable. And discipline is hard to maintain when your head is full of so many things. But this clarity exercise changed things for me. It gave me a way to focus, and it still helps me today because now I knew what I wanted and I didn't have to focus on all the things in my head. So now let's move on to how clarity can drive ambition for you, even if you're feeling lazy. Let's be real. You want to grow in your career, you want to start a business, you want to lose weight, you want to dress better, work on your spiritual life. Do you get where I'm going with this? That's already too much for one person to focus on at the same time. It will bust your head. At the same time, even if you're the most disciplined person on earth, it will stretch you so thin and then you'll be overwhelmed. And then when you're overwhelmed, you won't do any of the things at all. You'll start, and you will not finish anything. And then you give up on everything. So here's what I'll suggest you do. Figure out what those three key priorities in your life are. Write them down. Then all those goals that you want, that you aspire to, write them down. Then reorder your goals in order of priority. And then pick one goal that connects to all of those priorities and focus on that one goal for the next 6 months. Everything else can wait. Anything that supports that one goal will be your focus for 6 months. And trust me, you will see change. Please, don't just watch this video and move on. Because the fact that you clicked how to stay ambitious if you're lazy means that you want change. So don't make the mistake other people do. Write it down. Don't try and hold it in your head and say, I'll remember. You'll forget. Do this exercise now. So now we want to design your daily life around those priorities. You've clarified what your priorities are, right? Bring it down to day to day. So every time I feel unproductive, I ask myself, Why do I want to be productive? And what does being productive even mean to me? To me, not the general dictionary Google definition of productivity. What does it mean to me? For me, I now know it means doing anything that gives me peace, supports my purpose, and has potential for impact, whether in the short term or in the long term. So that question led me to think deeper. How do I want my daily life to look? What do I actually want to do when I wake up in the morning till when I go to bed at night to make me not feel dissatisfied? How do I want to spend my time? Because I want to spend my time enjoying my present, but I want to still be mindful of my future. I don't want to make the mistake that most people make where they are so focused on the future, they don't even live like they are alive now. So I started to make decisions that align with my three priorities, right? So I use those priorities to plan my to do list. Let me give you an example. Say you have kids, you need to feed them, you need to play with them, keep them occupied, you need to arrange the house because the house is a mess, it's waiting for you, and then you have work, right? So you can already see the exhaustion creeping in. What I would do is, on my three priority list, what's more important to me and how does it align with my current focus? Is a clean house important, or time with my kids? Which one is on a higher rung of the ladder? If both are equal, push yourself and do it. But if one is more important than the other, I'll focus on that one. Because for me, if I cannot clean my house today because I'm exhausted, I'll clean it tomorrow, right? Because a dirty house does not even compromise my peace, my purpose, or the impact on society. But resting does more for me in that moment. But if a messy house clashes with your priorities, then push yourself to clean it. Why does it work? Because you chose this system for yourself. You decided on your key priorities and your goals. And that's the key. Once you're living life based on priorities that you set for yourself, you will reduce the external pressure on yourself. You'll create satisfaction in your life and you will continue to drive your ambitions and your goals forward. You know why? Because nobody is going to tell you you're burnt out because you don't know what you're doing, because you don't have clarity. Even when you're stressed, you know what you're focusing on. You know that what that one goal is. So everything you're doing is focusing towards achieving that one goal. Does that make sense? So you can be feeling lazy, right? You don't really feel like doing anything, but there are things that have to be done. You can now think, is this thing relevant to my key priorities? If yes, is it helping me achieve that goal that I've set for myself? Yes, then you do it. If no on all three, please take a break. Do you understand? Because if someone coming to your house and seeing that your house is messy means so much to you, then make sure it's aligned with your life priorities, how people perceive you. But if you know that someone coming to see that your house is unkept, but other important things that are more important to you have been done, why are you bothered? If you continue to think like that, over time, you'll be at peace. You feel more satisfied. You'll be grateful for where you are and what you're doing. If your goal is not to become Bill Gates, then whatever your goal that you've set for yourself is, once you can see that every time you check, you're making progress towards that focus that you've set for yourself, trust me, you wouldn't be feeling so stressed all the time. Some of us just want to live a life that gives us satisfaction, right? Every time we look back and take stock, we can see that we're growing. That's what some people just want, the life that satisfies them. But first, you need to know it's going to be a never ending journey, it's continuous. Also, remember that no one has the perfect life and no one is happy all the time. Before you start to pressure yourself, remember that. So, even though I don't have it all figured out, I'm not doing badly at all. And I want to share what I'm learning with you. If this video aligns with what you're looking for and if you got any useful tips from this video, then subscribe to my channel so we can continue to unpack ways to help us live a satisfactory life. Bye.